Hey everybody, in this episode we're going to take a look at renaming files and figuring out file types, talk a little bit more about how files work inside of Linux. So let's not waste any time, let's just get started. But first let me waste your time by saying you should subscribe to this channel. You see, we are on a journey to reach 1 million subscribers. And I can't do that without your help and the help of 999,999 other people. So please do your part and help out this channel. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so we are in our virtual machine, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna first talk about files, file extensions, and whether or not they're important in Linux. So let's first create a file, and you can do that easily with the touch command. We'll just call this important.txt. Now, this .txt, you've probably seen this or something like this quite often in your journeys through computers. However, inside of Linux, this file extension is not important. It's only a name and doesn't actually tell the computer how to interpret the content of that file. So you can actually get the type of file by saying file important.txt, and you can see that it is in fact empty, so it doesn't know what's in this file. So we can put something in this file by saying echo hello world in quotes a greater than sign and then the file name important.txt. So just to repeat what's going on here, we're going to say the phrase hello world, and this echo command will just spit it back out, but we're going to direct that output into this file important.txt. So let's try this out. And now we should be able to say file important.txt and see that the type is in fact ASCII text. So the type of the file was actually dependent on what was in the file, not the file extension. But in this scenario, we're actually using the same file extension as what's in it. It's .txt, and it contains text. So what I want to do now is actually want to change that file extension to something else, because again, it's not really a file extension. It's just a name that happens to end in .txt. So it's a little misleading, whereas if you're coming from Windows, this file extension is really important. Not the case in Linux because it's just the name of the file. So what we can do is we can actually change the name of the file. Let's go ahead and clear the screen, and we're going to say mv important.txt, and we're going to change this to important.jpg. Enter. So now we see that important.jpg right there. So what we can do is we can get the type of this file by saying file important.jpg, but you can see it's still ASCII text. So it has nothing to do with this ending here and everything to do with what's actually in the file. So what exactly is in that file? Well, you can open it with a text editor. And let's go ahead and drop this down here, all files, and important.jpg shows up here. And this is actually really, I'm glad this happened because I was going to talk about this. So this can mess you up real easily. If you look closely, it does say hello world, but just because the .txt or the .jpg doesn't actually matter in Linux, oftentimes applications will still interpret files based on that. So it's still important to not intentionally end it in the wrong ending, because then if you try to open the text file in a text editor, it might not show up. So the lesson here isn't to say that you can just name it whatever you want. You probably do want to adhere to some conventions, but it doesn't actually change the type of the file, just how different applications might interpret it. So what we could do is if we change this from what it is now, JPEG, to just important without anything on the end. This is often what I'll do. I just won't end my text files with anything. It's still going to work just fine. And in a text editor, if we change this to all text files, that shows up just fine and is interpreted as typed text. So that was just a quick crash course on ending files with extensions inside of Linux. Do keep in mind if you're doing anything cross-platform, if you're writing code they're going to move to Windows, you probably want to keep the .txt or whatever extension at the end of the file name. One other command I want to talk about in this video is if you want to see the content of a file inside of the terminal, if it's text, you can use the less command. So if we wanted to open our file important, well, there we go. Hello world, and that's it. And you can exit this with Q. This isn't going to let you edit files. For that, you want to use something like Nano or Vim or some other terminal-based editing software. Or if you're using the GUI, you can just get something like Visual Studio Code or Sublime or whatever else might be supported on Linux. But less is very handy when you just want a quick preview of the file, and if it's a really long file, you can scroll through it using the arrow keys. Now I wanted to show you another thing is, what if we have a photo, but we label it as a text file? So what I want to show you this here is I actually took a photo using the Cheese application, and that went to, what is it, Pictures? And then in here, Webcam, and then we have this file right here. So if instead of LSing into that, we actually used MV to rename it, we'll just rename it photo.txt, hit enter. Now, what does this command do exactly? Well, if we type ls, you can see we actually have that file in the working directory, not in the Pictures Webcam directory. So MV actually moves files as well. So we're moving this file from this directory to our current working directory, because if you remember, the // is implicit. So it's basically like typing // We're basically moving it from here to here. So MV will move a file, but it can also be used to rename a file. If you put the same directory, it's just going to rename that file, keep it where it's located. If you put a new directory, it's going to move that file from the previous directory to that new directory. So what that means is if we were to go to ls into Pictures and then Webcam, you can see there's nothing here to show. I'm slapping tab as many times as I can, nothing's happening. So that's the move command. If you don't want it to actually move, you can use the CP command for copy, but we're not going to talk about that quite yet. So back on track, what was I talking about? We have this file photo.txt, and we can say file photo.txt, and we can see that this is a JPEG image, and we can't fool it by saying, yo, this is a text file, because it knows that it's a JPEG file. Same thing when we open an editor, it might show up as photo.txt, but it's certainly not going to work the way we would expect. As you can see, it just gives us some like information stuff and says there's a problem opening the file. All right, so let's go ahead and change that back to a photo. So we will say mv photo.txt to photo.jpg. And now let's go ahead and take a look at that photo. Photo.jpg. Boom. Hey guys, it's me. That was a lot of scattered information, but it's all I got in this video, so hopefully it was helpful. I feel like I say every video is scattered, so I apologize about that. ADHD kicking in, I guess. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.